Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Adventures of Young CGB for my supporters. So, here's where we are. We've got some quests to do. We got black and red spells, black and red spells, and white and green spells. I'm going to re-roll this quest right away. These two sync up, so this is like a lot of gold that can work together. But this one doesn't. So I'm going to re-roll this and hope to get something either higher value or something that syncs up a little better with these. Give me some direction. All right, white or blue spells. Well, that doesn't overlap with anything else here, but it definitely seems like we need a black and a red deck to play the games today to get our grind on. So it is very, very important that you do your quests. Regardless of whether or not you can win, these quests that involve playing spells, they don't require you to win. And you do need to get your gold. So making sure that you knock out your dailies should be an important part of your early arena experience if you want to be successful. So we're going to make a black and red deck. I don't expect it to be great. I'm going to make it very aggressive because that way if it can win, it will win quickly. And if it is not good enough to win, well, that's okay too. If our cards are cheap, we get to cast more spells. If we cast more spells, then we complete the quest quicker. So I'm gonna just do a bunch of little dorks. I don't know if this is good enough to do. I love zombies. Do we have, we have 2 Death Barons. I guess we can do sort of zombie, but I still don't know if that makes Doomed Dissenter good enough. This is more of a value card. I'm looking at more of a beatdown deck. I definitely want to do the Midnight Reaper that we opened, a zombie knight. That fits in the deck very well. Deathbloom's Thallid is actually, it seems like it's a lot like Doomed Dissenter, but it's a bit better because the 3/2, the bigger body is on the front side. The 1/1 is like a juicy leftover. So we can do that and some Skymarch Bloodlighters, who we got from opening our black-white deck. If you don't have that, it might be because you didn't get the black-white deck yet. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. And maybe some Gravediggers, maybe some Horrors. 1 Vraska's Contempt is from the black-white deck as well, and definitely something we want to play. Excellent card. Running Gruesome Menagerie could be very interesting as we can get back a bunch of our cheap creatures. So I'm going to consider it. And then in red, we have a whole bunch of Shock, our Goblin Instigator. I don't actually think the Dragon Rider is a very good card. I'd play it if I had nothing else to play, but I'm going to leave it alone for the time being. A 2/2 for 2 is what's known in Magic as a bear. It's not, you really want more. So this is like a 2/2 for 2, but it's on 2 bodies. 2 bodies are considered better because if your opponent has 2 creatures with 1 toughness, like Viashion Pyromancer that they're attacking into, you can block it and kill 2 creatures. That makes it better than a bear. A Viashion Pyromancer enters the battlefield and does 2 damage to a player or planeswalker. That is a good ability. Makes it better than a bear, even though it only has 1 toughness. So just giving you some ideas of where to value things. I could run Sarkhan, and maybe Sarkhan could play a dragon. Seems optimistic, but I'll try it along with the Spitflame synergy. We opened a Squee the Immortal. I feel like I should definitely play with Squee. We have 2 Charging Monstrosaurs, a Demanding Dragon. Those are very aggressive, but I don't want to play any other big creatures. Nothing bigger than this. Because we want to be aggressive. We want to be aggressive. Be aggressive. Let's make sure that we add our Cinder Barons. It's criminal that the game doesn't do this for you and lets your mana bases be weak. But it is important to play your dual lands, especially early. We have a lot of 3s, so I'm not going to add the Pilgrims. In fact, we probably need to cut some 3s. So it needs to be cut. We've probably got a lot more removal than we need with 4 murders. We probably don't need all of it. Especially with Vraska's Contempt and things like this. So what do we got? 30 creatures. We do want a lot of creatures, but we don't need as many spells as we have. So, yeah, we can cut murders. Murder is on rate. That means it's pretty straightforward. You pay 4 mana, you pay the mana, you kill a thing, right? That's what murder is. That's what murder does. But when you can kill a creature for cheaper with a cast down, a shock, or a vicious offering, if those are the types of creatures you're dealing with, then you want to do it. The thing comes in with versatility. We don't want to cut all the murders because sometimes we might have something with much more toughness to kill. And we have Vraska's Contempt, which is like murder, but with even more upside, can take out a Planeswalker. We'll cut Spit Flame. It's about the same as murder, but not as good. And the second ability isn't going to happen often because, you know, one dragon. The Menagerie, do we really need you? I don't know if we have really enough to pay off the Menagerie. We can definitely cut our Child of Night. Squee the Immortal takes 2 red, so does Sarkhan. I'm a little worried about having 2 red, but I think we have to take some chances with the mana base. It's going to be hard to cast these on time, though. We just have to accept that that's going to be rough. And I'm just trying to decide if I really, really can go for a Menagerie here. I think I can. I think I can. The Infectious Horror, though, probably not. Bit too expensive, bit too clunks. And now I've got to cut some spells. I want to keep my creature count high for the Menagerie. So what spells need to be gone? I suppose Skullduggery. It can be a sweet 2-for-1, but I think that's a little too optimistic. And then it's probably another Murder, since we already have Cast Down, Vicious Offering, Shock, Vraska's Contempt. We don't want too much removal. If we play against control, we got to get through. So this is going to be our red-black aggro quest deck. Or Rakdos is the name of the guild. And again, it's not that important if we win or not. We're going to try to give ourselves a chance to win. But if we don't, that's okay. When I'm doing my quests, and you're doing your quest decks, you definitely want the aid of the formula that matches you with similarly powered decks, which means you should do the free play. The best of 1 free play is where I would play these decks. It's where I would go for my quests. People ask me this so regularly, I feel like I have to be very clear about it and say it multiple times. It's one of those things I answer every day. What should I do? Where should I play? You should play in free play if you're working on your quests. I did recommend Quick Constructed for a better grind last season, but that was because the game gave you a number of very good cards. When they give you 4 Chandra, you can compete in Quick Constructed. They did not give us anything like that this time, so I would probably stay out of those constructed events until your competitive deck is ready to go, and when your competitive deck is ready to go, I think you can do it. So that's a good draw with Vicious Offering. It answers the Adanto Vanguard, which can gain Indestructible if they pay 4 life. Let's attack. I don't think our opponent will block us. And we'll keep this, because it's an instant, we'll keep this available. And we'll play it, because our opponent might put an aura or put something on this Vanguard. We want to use the Vicious Offering in response. There is the aura, just as I thought could happen. And now we'll go -2/-2 in response and blow up their plan. It was very clutch to draw that Vicious Offering. Very, very clutch. Okay, we're going to play Death Baron because we have a zombie on the battlefield, and this gives the zombie a boost so that it can hit harder than it would otherwise. And the Skymarch Bloodletters can come out later. Being flyers and having this ability that you get like an extra ping does help kill opponents quickly. They might not have enough flyers. These early decks, I've noticed, the beginner kind of deck builds, don't have enough flying in them. Alright, I believe I can attack here with both. I could play the Midnight Reaper, so if something dies, I draw a card. Or I could hold up the Vraska's Contempt to blow up a double block. I don't think that my opponent will block with this Adano Vanguard. In fact, I'm confident they won't. So, playing the Midnight Reaper early doesn't matter. Better to hold up the Vraska's Contempt. So the sooner we play a Skymarch Bloodletter, a card that the opponent cannot block, the sooner they will start chumping or making blocks. So I'm going to play another zombie, especially since I have the Death Baron down here. I'm going to play the Zombie Knight, Midnight Reaper first. I also want to stress that if you don't have the cards that I have, because like this is something that I opened, and this is from a deck that these are from a deck that I gained, that I won, that not everybody wins the same decks. You don't have to play along with me perfectly. You don't have to have all the same cards I do. You should probably, though, learn more of the tactics of the grind, like building decks just to accomplish your quest and keeping them aggressive and doing them in free play, and not worrying so much about wins or losses, but about getting gold and working on your one competitive deck until that's ready to go. Those are like the principles of the grind I should really want to impart. Don't be disheartened if you can't play along with me perfectly because I open different cards than you do. All right, so now Adanto Vanguard has lifelink because of this aura. So they can pay 4 life to make it indestructible, and it gains lifelink every turn. We're going to need Vraska's Contempt that. But we don't need to do it now. We can do it on my opponent's turn. So for now, let's attack with all of our zombies, since the 1/1 can't really take on any of them. All right, a chump block there to prevent too much damage from going through. So we take our opponent down to 10 life. They gain 1 from their lifelinking vampire token, and they don't take the 4 from the Midnight Reaper. So here comes a crucial turn. Our opponent needs a way to stabilize the board, maybe a big creature that we can't attack through, but that's going to be very hard when we have a cast down and a Vraska's Contempt. The best thing they could have is a legendary creature that is bigger than our zombies and doesn't care about Death Touch. So that is not that. That's a Giant's Pridemate. It is a bear, but it gets +1/+1 whenever you gain life. So if in a life gain deck, it can be a much bigger threat. Our opponent obviously intends to make it grow by attacking with the Adanto Vanguard. All right, here it comes. We'll wait till the last possible second, till this little thing says damage, because our opponent might have Titanic Growth or something like that they want to use. And at the last moment, right before we click damage, we're going to play the Vraska's Contempt, exiling the Adanto Vanguard rather than destroying it, which means the Indestructible will not save it. And the opponent sees that that was their key piece of the plan and is going to concede. Now you see a fun visual glitch. Behold, our rank is plummeting because we won. This is just a glitch. Don't panic. Rank is, at this stage of the open beta, still says beta, it still really is a beta. At this stage, rank does not matter. So do not panic about rank. Okay, well, we got a pack and we got a new deck. Let's check out both. What the? Why do I have 30 packs? Why on earth would I have 30 packs? Is this an error? If anybody knows why I have 30 packs, please post it in comments. I'm not going to open these. I'm not opening these. I don't know why Young CGB has 30 packs. It must have been a gift for something, but I don't know if it's just me. If you also have 30 packs, please post that you got 30 packs. If you know why you got 30 packs, please post in comments why we got 30 packs. I don't know what this is, but I'm not touching it yet. I'm not doing it. Young CGB is a mage of the people, as the great Primal Hunt Cheeks would say. All right, we got a new deck. How exciting is that? Looks like it has a blue-red spell theme. We get a mythic, which is a Rowdy Crew. It's an okay mythic. I mean, it's fine. It's not great. Enigma Drake, though, is a really strong uncommon that people love to build around. We'll have to do something with this soon. Fight with Fire is a very good removal spell, but I don't think we need it for our deck. However, in our black-red deck, we probably want these Lightning Strikes and this Banefire because, well, Burn that goes face is really good in an aggressive deck, and I can see using both of them being better. Although our Vicious Offering did just save our butt, didn't it? Maybe we shouldn't be so quick to replace that Vicious Offering. It really bailed us out. Okay, I'm not going to change the black-red deck yet. It's just a quest deck after all. But I'm excited over here. The good cards here are probably Banefire. Very nice. Blink of an Eye is good, but it's also cheap. These are definitely something that get used in the budget Wizards deck, so that's good. But the Sulphur Falls is probably the best card in this deck. The thing to get excited about, getting your rare dual lands to make your decks more consistent in the future. I'm sure we'll end up improving or working on this in the near future, but for now we're going to keep the black-red grind. I wonder if I just stopped what I'm doing and Googled Guilds of Ravnica 30 free packs if everybody else also received this gift. If everybody received it, I can use them. If they didn't, I don't feel like I should open them. Maybe you should put your opinion on that in comments too. Should I be... Of course, this is a supporters only video, so the comments won't be that many, but should I be using these packs for young CGB? Should young CGB have these packs? At the very least, I can save them for the public video to open them on air. Okay, we're scrying, and we're blue. Alright, play red, go. Not a big deal. Victory! But an absolute shame for our quest, as we did not get to play a single spell. Alright, take your golden run. You can't make this up, my friends. This is how it works in Arena. Alrighty then, let's keep that. It's a little bit slow, but with the cast down, I feel like maybe we can get away with it. Our opponent's gonna open out Legion's Landing. Okay. Did we get paired up? Are we playing a tryhard? It's a very good card, and when you see it on turn one, you're immediately like, oh god, is this gonna be like full-blown white aggro vampires or something? Not that that's a tier 1 deck or broken by any stretch of the imagination. Alright, well we could play Death Baron and start cracking with the corpse, but I feel like we need to start clocking our opponent. So I'm going to play the Bloodletter, and I'm not going to attack because I don't want to trade with the Martyr of Dusk. But the Bloodletter can start getting in there. White-red. Okay then. This is going to be like this. Alright, I think... Yeah, we'll just eat this token and take the 2 damage. Then we'll untap. We'll play a Diregraph Ghoul. We'll cast down the War Boss before combat on our opponent's next turn, so I'm going to mark this. And we'll attack in with the Bloodletter. I'm not too worried about taking damage from the Martyr for a few turns, because I'll play the Baron eventually and grow my zombies to be able to block it. Raptor Hatchling. Okay. It's not like a fully teched out deck. So now, before we go to combat, we're going to fire off this cast down. Take out the Legion War Boss. Very, very good rare card that they probably opened or crafted. Making goblins every turn is pretty scary. And it definitely helps them do things like flip their Legion's Landing. Okay. It's a good draw in this matchup, as it can square up. Puts its hair up and squares up, ladies, with the Raptor Hatchlings and Vampires. Alright. But instead, let's go right now with Death Baron. No, we don't want our opponent to get their 3/3. It's bigger than everything else we have. And if they attack with all this next turn... Yeah, let's keep getting in with our Bloodletters. They're the clock we need. And let's play more of them. If the opponent wants to, like, all-in attack next turn, we'll take this damage. We'll block this. They'll flip this. Okay, then. Jesus. That's not good. Our opponent's got some good rares working for them. Alright. Is there a world where I want this Hatchling to... become a 3/3? I don't think so. I think I can take the damage. Alright. And And then over here, we'll play our Death Baron so that these have Death Touch and are a little bit bigger. I do expect it to die to the Siege Gang Commander very quickly. But we also want to keep pressure on with the Bloodletters, and maybe if we keep enough pressure on, our opponent will have a hard time killing everything that they want to kill. Maybe. This is really rough. But we're just trying to get in range where charging Monstrosaur out of nowhere can finish him. He's got 3 goblins and he's got Siege Gang. He can kill 3 of our things. I'm hoping he kills the zombies, not the Bloodletters. Here come the shots. First shot. Yep, going for the Bloodletters. Making me win on the ground. Oh, we got just good old shock, too. Seems nice. Okay. Yeah, no blocks still. Charging Monstrosaur. I suppose we want it to get in before... Well, let's think. How could we best surprise our opponent? If we attack with our vampires, the hatchling will block. It's not good. But if we get in for 9, maybe the opponent will leave this alive. We play these goblins. We see what they attack with next turn. Then maybe Monstrosaur can come over. Unfortunately, it gives our opponent more turns to make 1/1s. Right now, if Monstrosaur came over, the gang block could be like... would involve giving away the commander, which was probably not what our opponent wants to do at all. So yeah, let's do it. Let's see. If we do this, then they have to block something. But if they say do 1 chump block, go to 12, then they can attack me for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They would turn this into a creature, and then they could sacrifice the goblins and win. So that doesn't work, because the goblins could burn my face. So we have to do it like this. And it's a very bad spot. Siege Gang is really good. So the opponent's going to make a 3/3. They're going to get trampled on. And they're going to go to 5. Drawing another charging Monstrosaur is probably our best way of winning the game. Again, it's not necessarily about winning. We're completing quests, but why the hell not? Why wouldn't you win if you can? Bloodletter down. One's being made. No attacks at all. Lucky me. And look at that draw. So what can happen here is we can blow up some kind of a double block on the Monstrosaur. So let's try to. And then trample damage still comes over. If the opponent does... what they should do is block like everything in front of the Monstrosaur. But if they fail to do that... this is a gutsy call. Yeah, here it comes. The opponent does have more... they are putting all the blockers in front of it. Ooh! They stopped at 1 short. They're going to have to sacrifice a goblin to kill it. But it's still going to take out all of these, and then they're going to be out of goblins? That's a big deal. Done. Okay. So, the 2 mana, the Siege Gang Commander can sacrifice his goblin to finish the Monstrosaur, but then our opponent has no more dorks. And no more ammunition. And maybe the opponent will forget that they can do this. They did! They must have hit past turn. They didn't do it. They didn't use the ability. That's a huge mistake. That gives us a chance. Another Legion War Boss. Our opponent has a much better deck than ours. They really like their goblins. Alright, now they don't even have the ability available. What? What are they gonna do? Oh my goodness. What a draw. Alright, let's attack. We're going to be aggressive. Our opponent's been making some mistakes. We're going to try to see if we can get them to mess up again. Oh my goodness. They're blocking with their best creatures. We've got them scared now, boys and girls. We got them running scared. Down to 7, no cards in hand. Goblin Instigator. Bayashino Pyromancer. Down to 5. At worst, the quest progress will be golden. Johnny's welcome. Can they survive? Go to 6. They go to 7. We draw the murder. I mean, we need to cast... Like, we have a spell quest, so we're definitely going to cast it. I don't think we needed to. And that... Wow! Wow. We had some lucky draws. Vraska's Contempt off the top was really lucky. And we beat, in my opinion, a much better deck. So that's something to be proud of. Feel good, everybody. Feel good. All right. 4 more spells here, 14 here. So we still got some grinding to do. Yep, if I had to guess, I guess the opponent got tilted by that Vraska's Contempt on the dinosaur and didn't think about sacrificing their last goblin with Siege Gang Commander to kill it because they were angry. They were angry. Anger leads to the dark side of the Force. Keeps. Healer Hawk. Boo. All right, tap land. It's a card that does make it difficult for an aggro deck. We'll have to figure out how we're going to deal. One 3 lifelinker. Means we should play the Walking Corpse. It's important to establish battlefield presence more so than to kill something like a Healer's Hawk the second you can. I'll do it when I have nothing else to do, maybe, but right now we need to get bodies onto the field. At this level of Magic, having battlefield presence is really important. You can't play like a pure control deck. So our opponent's going to use a Justice Strike to remove the Walking Corpse. That is pretty good by me. I wasn't that attached to our Walking Corpse. Now I can play out our Deathbloom Thallid, which is an even better creature. When you do see a removal spell that early, it sometimes means they have many more, but at this level it's hard to be sure. Our opponent may just be firing away with their removal spells because they want to. Okay. So now this is a really good card, and using a Vicious Offering on it and sacrificing the Thallid is a really good idea. First I'm going to attack with it though. The opponent might be too scared to block, so we want to make sure we get value by attacking before we sacrifice our Thallid. So we got in 3 damage we wouldn't have otherwise. Now, I am also going to hold up a Shock, which might go on the Healer Hawk. Also, let's wait. We don't want to let this creature attack. So before the Declare Attacker step is when we want to use our offering. All right, so right now it says attack. If I click, we are in the combat step. You can tell because this isn't highlighted and this is. If you click attack, our opponent gets to declare attackers. And if they attack here, they get the trigger for 2 1/1s no matter what. So before that happens, we're going to sacrifice a creature. This is going to be our target. We're going to sacrifice this creature. And it's going to give it -5/-5. The death trigger makes a 1/1 Saproling token. And now we're ready to take the attack. I could shock the Healer's Hawk now and prevent a point of damage and a point of life, but that's not a big deal. So I'm not going to block, and I'm not going to shock yet. I'm going to wait. I'm going to see what my opponent plays after combat. A Swiftblade Vindicator. I'm glad we waited. That is a much stronger creature, and something I definitely want to shock. It has Vigilance, Double Strike, and Lifelink. If the opponent has any way to make this a bigger creature, like Mentor, then it's a very dangerous card. Okay, new turn, new life. I think we can play the Walking Corpse and the Instigator. I think that gives us the most board presence and the most power and toughness. You also want to do that instead of the Deathbloom Thallid to be mana efficient. We spend all 4 mana. That way, if our draw is a land next turn, we can cast both of these. Whereas if we played this and we draw a land next turn, we could only cast 2 of these, not all of them. So we're going to start by attacking. Then we're going to Goblin Instigator. Then we're going to Walking Corpse. Walking Corpse with 2 toughness can block the Chaplain, so that's why we play that instead of the Pyromancer. And Goblin Instigator adds 2 points of power and toughness to the battlefield instead of 1, or instead of 3. Or 4. It adds a total of 4 instead of 3 power and toughness. All right, Resplendent Angel's a good card. Our opponents have done good with bombs. They have bombs. Does our opponent have... They don't have enough mana to use the ability yet. And they won't next turn. But without a removal spell, I'm in a pretty tough spot. I think my best bet is to play the Bloodletter and cut off the Healer Hawk. And say no attackers. It also means the opponent, if they're wary of another shock, they might not attack. Oh, or they might attack with everything. All right, well, there's probably some combat tricks. So we'll go you over here. If there's something that pumps all the creatures like a Trumpet Blast, we're in huge trouble because that will make an angel. I'm just trying to decide what I'm willing to give up if that's the case. I guess I'll just put all the blockers in front. And then something is likely to die. Response does 5 damage to a blocker. Okay. But because we blocked with all our creatures... Alright. Okay. That's fine. I'm surprised that they didn't response the Bloodletter to save the Hawk. But, okay. We got the other Chaplain dead. That worked out better than I thought it would. And let's go ahead and attack back with our Bloodletter. We're not in a place where we want to chump block anything away yet. But we do need to draw a removal spell for the Angel. It's a powerful card. A Mythic. Our opponent's drawing the rares and the mythics. Have we drawn any rares and mythics? No. We have completely thrown a garbage pile at our opponent. It's amazing that we're in these games. It's pretty fun. But I guess it shows that you can compete with just about anything if things go your way. All right. Still not interested in chump blocking. Much more interested in trying to push damage. Lightning Strike. Oh, God. It's a good card, too. All right. It would be really nice to draw a dragon. The dragon would be nice. Oh, boy. Removal spell. Last chance. Well, maybe not our last chance, but it's getting close. All right. Nothing. Gonna hold up and do nothing here. Throwing the 1/1s into the Chaplain is in a good play. So now we're chumping. Down to our last chance. Wow, we drew way too many lands. Alrighty, alrighty, concedesies. On to the next one, where we can cast more spells. One quest complete, 500 golds, 5 spells to go, and then we can call this deck a day. All right. It's a decent curve. Again, it's none of our power cards, so we're going to have to see if it can compete, but we can definitely achieve our quest. In fact, we can somehow play 5 spells just with the cards in our hand. Hey, there's a rare card. Life is good. Our opponent looks like they want to do the Merfolk thing. Mistbinder is the scariest card there. So I don't think I want to use this shock on a Cumena Speaker. I think I want to wait for a bigger, better target. Because Cumena Speaker, without a Mistbinder or something to make it grow, I can just block it with his Viashino Pyromancer. That would be fine. But with a Midnight Reaper in hand, I think I want to play that first. The Merfolk deck also runs a lot of unblockable things. A lot of unblockable things need to die. Alright, that's good. We'll play you. So this way, when we trade our Pyromancer, we can draw a card. We are not the beatdown, though. We have to play defense. And that's really frustrating this early. Yep, they're not slowing down. Oh, I could have free blocked. I missed that. I missed that the 1/1 attacked. For some reason, I completely whiffed. My brain didn't catch that. That was a mistake. Oh well, mistakes happen. Play a lot of Magic, a lot of mistakes happen. We'll get you out there, and we'll get you out there. You are a very good trade because you make a dork on the way out. And we want to set up a Gruesome Menagerie. If this goes to the graveyard and this goes to the graveyard, Menagerie gets full value. Which, yay, we finally drew this card. Could be fun. Could be my first time casting it. Uh-oh. I think they have a way to grow somebody. No? Maybe? We'll see. Okay, that says until end of turn, you bring it back to your hand? Yeah. So they're going to get their Jungleborn Pioneer back in their hand. We draw a card. Way! Do they have a land to replay it? They do! The Pioneers keep pioneering. Alright. So, do we get Monstrous? Or do we grind it out a little more? I think we get Monstrous. There is a chance our opponent plays a Tempest Caller, something like that, puts us in a bad spot. We have to start attacking. We can't play like a super duper long game. And Monstrosaur is a really good card to get aggressive with. That doesn't work. You're gonna have to block with all of them or nothing. That trample game. Yep, here we go. Everybody? Everybody in the club getting tipsy? All right. And concession. Opponent will see no more. I think we quested anyway. Did we quest? Did we pull it off with this vile little black-red pile? All right, we did. 850 gold in the bank. So, I guess we'll leave it there for today. We've picked up about 2,000 gold. I guess we can do one more to get a pack. We probably should do one more to get our pack, but I'm scared about opening those packs. I can definitely open one of those packs. Anyway, I'm going to just leave that for now, but we can do one more game. But we don't have to play. We can start working on our blue and white quest instead. So let's visit our budget blue. Did we pick up anything new for this deck from the deck that we opened? Blink of an Eye is a very good one and much better than Disperse, so I think we can get that in for sure. The Archaeologist is a rare and actually pretty sweet in a deck like this. It might actually turn out to be very good. Worth trying, worth playing. Other than that, I don't see a lot of things. Entrancing Melody, we could try that out while we're playing at this level. We have one uncommon wild card. The uncommon ones are the crucial ones for this deck. I want to make sure that... So we're going to grab a Merfolk Trickster. Yeah, we're going to grab a Merfolk Trickster. They are also a crucial card. So we still need 4 Wizard's Retorts, 4 Siren Storm Tamers, and 4 Chart of Course. So we need 12 more uncommon wild cards. At this rate, it should take us a week or two. It also depends. If we can open those packs, we might just have it already. But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on those packs. Get the lay of the land. Figure out what's going on. All right. So how many creatures? 22. You can cut a pair of creatures. The Diamond Mare. I think it's your time. I think it's your time. I think we can do better. And one of the Pioneers, I think, is a fine cut. Then we're down to 1. We can cut a Water Knot for the Entrancing Melody. All right. Let's go get some blue done. Now, we could play the blue in an event. I wouldn't feel that bad about it, but I'd rather wait till it had a few more good cards. Playing it in free play right now seems to be the best reward for it. Especially when you have quests to work on anyway. Alright, we got a Djinn, we've got an Opt, we've got a Melody, we got an Obsession. I like this hand. It's got some of our strongest cards. We just need our Djinn to live. Let's see what kind of deck we're up against. So if we can find some kind of a counterspell, a dive down, that would be ideal to helping our Djinn survive. Here's the Opt. We'll put you on the bottom. More lands isn't what's needed. Oh well. Yay, double Djinn. Blue-black. Spybug. Ooh. I make that noise because we might just steal it. But let's let the opponent grow first. They can make it bigger by surveilling. So let's let them surveil a few times, and then we'll steal their Spybug. Like truly nasty individuals. Oh boy. Take your pick. You're not gonna like it. That's a tough choice. I mean, it depends on their hand. But, like, they let me have the Curious Obsession. I start drawing more cards. That's bad for them. If they let me have another Tempest Djinn, I just beat them into the ground. That's bad for them. If they let me keep the Entrancing Melody, I just steal their creature. That's bad for them. Now, this has Menace. It has Flying and Menace, so I can't block it. But the opponent doesn't attack anyway. Do you think they just missed it? I think they just missed it. So I'm going to go ahead and Obsess. I'm going to leave open my Blink of an Eye. There might be a case where we want to return the Djinn to our hand. Oh, are you considering a chump block? That would be really early to chump block. Alright. Alrighty. I mean, that is a way to play around the Entrancing Melody. And now our opponent's going to kill it, but we're going to return it to our hand in response. We lose the Curious Obsession, which is too bad. But we get to keep our strongest creature in the game. We'll play our Tempest Djinn again, see if they have another murder. And we have a Radical Idea to draw some cards. Okay. That's only a -4. Oh, -4. Yeah, that is removal. It's a weird removal. Oh well, they did it. They killed the Djinn. And we are drawing a lot of land. Ooh, the Archaeologist. That's pretty excellent. I will play you. I will not play the land, though. I intend to Radical Idea jumpstart the land. If the opponent is out of removal, this card could really start drawing a ton. Nightveil Predator is a good card. We can't steal it. Alright. We still want to hang on to Melody, though. Surely there'll be something in their deck that we can steal. Negate Radical Idea. That seems absolutely silly to me. Absolutely silly to me. Let's use this now. If we hit land, we want to play them. Alright. And I'm not going to put down the Curious Obsession on the Archaeologist. I don't want to trade it away. Our opponent with another Predator. So that's scary. They're going to have some hexproof power. We're going to need to draw some good things. Yeah, let's draw again. Okay, we got a Kitesail Corsair. That's good. Next turn, we can start distributing some Curious Obsessions, and the opponent will have to at least consider blocking, or we're going to get way too many cards. You've got to be kidding me. Opponent's just the best in the world. All right, let's get curious. Let's get curious. What's your last card? Is it another, like, negate or a bounce spell? Well, that priority hold does make me think that it's... But they have been just snapping off their removal. Can I afford to play around them that much? I don't think I can. If they have it, they have it. If they have a way to stop this, let it be. Then I'm just outplayed. That happens. But I need all these cards. Like, I'm in a spot where I need ways to block this Predator, so I need to find a lot more damage, a lot more pressure, and big flyers, like a Tempest Shin. So that is very ideal. All right, here we go. Get them on the board. Your move. All right, we have to attack with something to keep this from dying, but I also don't really want to run it into the Predator. So I could just be attacking with the Herald, but that also gives our opponent time, and if they just draw a removal spell, we lose. I'm not sure. Is time on my side? Because I have the unblockable creatures? Yeah, I don't want to trade this if I don't have to. And the opponent has to kill two things. Those artful takedowns, though, are so bad. Like, and by that I mean good for my opponent, bad for me, because of specifically the way that my deck is. Yeah, I'm going to take it easy. Especially with Entrancing Melody. If the opponent plays anything that isn't hexproof, I just steal it. I steal it. All right, they're going to sit. We're going to wear them down. Okay, I think it's about that time to attack with everything. The opponent trades it, and then we can attack with the rest of our creatures. So, everybody. The blocks are really obvious that they have to make. They have to block the Tempest Shin, they have to block the Courser. Oh my god, they didn't. Wow. They're gonna let me have 3 cards this way. I don't understand. I don't understand. Is it a board? I mean, there must be a sweeper, like a Ritual of Soot. So maybe I should hang on to these since neither of them could block this anyway. So I'm just going to keep these in my hand. Notion Rain for self-inflicted lethal. There you go. There you go. That's one way to do it. All right, get my wins, get my quest progress. I could have... Oh, there's the pack. All right, we'll save the packs for the public Young CGB video on Friday. So we're not going to be cracking or spending gold on these videos. We're just going to be grinding. And then we're going to be cracking packs, spending gold, and crafting on the Friday Young CGB videos. And those will be public to all, whereas these are for you, my great supporters. Mulligan. Keepsies. Bottom. Pretty straightforward there. We didn't need another land. That last hand only had 1 land. I don't think there's too much to talk about, but this is a pretty weak hand, and I'm very nervous about it. We don't quite have enough strength. We need to draw a Curious Obsession or a Jin. That is neither of those things. Your turn. Let's see what our Boros friend wants to do. Nothing. Okay, I'm gonna play an aggressive Trickster then. I have a feeling they have a removal spell. But no, not yet. Okay. Aggressive tricking it is. Here comes something. Lightning Strike. We will Spell Pierce it. And get some damage done. Hopefully now they go for a creature and we get to Essence Scatter it, and our hand worked out perfectly. That's it's not a creature spell. It makes creatures, but they're not creatures. Ugh. Okay, here we go. I do want to keep leaving the Essence Scatter open. So I'm going to do that until I get a target for it. But hopefully our opponent doesn't play more Heroic Reinforcements. Leave me crying. Crying. There it is. That's a good target. Go away. That's a big game. So now is the opponent playing to double block my Trickster? I guess we'll find out. Nope. It was all a bluff. They didn't attack, but they didn't plan to block. I like holding this just to give my opponent something to think about. Our most expensive card costs 5. All right. Our opponent's giving something else to think about, but I don't think I can stop attacking. If they have Settle the Wreckage, that's just sadness. Alrighty, that's fine. They run like Boros tokens with Settle. I'm fine with losing. I don't trust people at this level to have crafted Settle, so I'm never going to play around it. No regrets. And hey, quest done, so sweet. All right, we could play 5 more games to get a pack, but on my hour grind a day, we're pretty much to the end of that. So I hope you enjoyed watching. We still have this quest thing to fill up, which is blue or red spells. I guess I could go grab, and we still have about 10 minutes, so I can go grab my Wrath of Mages deck. Actually, we can edit that really quick, because I have a Rawl that I opened from a pack, not that I got from a bonus or anything, that I can throw in there. What's the worst card in this deck? Probably you. Probably. That's not far off, but I think 3 Disperses and 2 Blink of an Eyes is a lot, so I'm going to cut one of those. Alright, let's try out some Wrath of Mages plus Rawl. If we cast 9 blue or red spells, we can get our pack quest done. Of course, the mono blue deck was doing just fine with that too. We didn't have to play this deck. Keeps. And it's a deck built around casting spells with an all creatures and land hand. I'm already questioning the balance. All right. I guess we'll get the 2/1 on the board against green. We might be able to get an attack in with it before it becomes brick walled. Never mind. Let's get the flyer out there. That way we don't have to get blocked next time. The 1/3 that makes mana. Ugh. The Nullhide Ferox. Alright. I feel like I'm getting mythicked on pretty hard for playing a starter pile, but whatever. Whatever. I feel like my opponents are playing much better cards than me today, but that's the free-to-play life. I don't do it all the time, so maybe I'm not as used to it. Maybe some of you free-to-play players are like, yeah, taste it, CGB. Taste it. This is every day for us. Let's chump away while we can. Because if they find a way to give this trample, it's so bad for us. Alright, Lightning Strike off the top. Gives us a shot, I would say. Do I want to draw cards? I think I sort of want to like block and draw cards. Nah. Nah. Let's... Face is the place. Face is the place. We're never going to beat this on the ground, and we're never going to win a long game. We have to get him dead. All we got to do is draw another Shocker Lightning Strike. Uh-oh. Here comes a non-creature spell. They paid for this to lose abilities. Oh. Ah! What the hell? That's what I got to say today. What the hell? Alright. Alrighty. The beat goes on. Let's get some cards. What the hell? Alright. That's not the way we drew it up. Yep, fun and balanced. Fun and balanced gameplay at its finest here today, my friends. Yay, we drew the best card in our deck. Ooh, a spell I can cast. Lucky me. That is the goal here, casting spells. Bounce! Bounce, you big monster! Staying alive for why? Casting spells. Quests. Rah! Jesus. Gimme. Need more cards. It's a thing. Oh my god, can I survive one turn? If I survive one turn... Oh my god. So you're telling me there's a chance I can't survive one turn. Galta's too big. Ah! Just don't attack with the Galta. Don't attack with the Galta. Don't do it. Yeah. Whatever. Dang it! So close. That would have been a total cheeseball way to win, too. Just fight with fire, with kicker for 10 to your face. How about that? How about that? Anyway, tomorrow we earn a new deck. So I believe, yep, schedule says a new Young CGB video tomorrow. I'll see you there. I hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you for all your support, and see you next time.